The WNBA right now feels more intense than usual. There's more talking on the court, more reactions, and more moments where players are engaging with each other throughout the game, not just after plays. And it really just raises one question: where's the line between playing with emotion and just being downright disrespectful? Some people are saying this is just part of competition. That players are more emotional now, more expressive, and that trash talk has always been part of basketball. From that point of view, nothing really needs to change. It's intensity. It's confidence. It's players competing at a high level and feeding off the moment.
Well, honestly, I don't think a lot of people could handle that. You know, it did go viral, but I'm glad that I have people around me such as Coach Staley, my teammates, and just resources that, you know, Coach Staley brings around us that help me. So I think that, you know, it happens for a reason. I always go to God and I say things happen for a reason. Maybe I needed that to happen to me. So I definitely will take that as fuel to the fire. And, you know, it just tell me I need to get in the gym, put up some shots, go get my shot better. So.
But on the other side, there are people saying it's starting to go too far. That the constant talking and taunting can shift the focus away from the game itself and turn every possession into something personal. And that's where the debate really starts to split. Should referees step in and call technical fouls when taunting crosses a line, or should they let players handle it on the court? Because part of the argument is simple: basketball has always had emotion. Trash talk isn't new. And some people believe the game is better when players are allowed to express that fire without constant interruptions. But the concern is consistency. Where exactly is that line? What one referee lets go, another might call immediately. And
this is exactly what basketball should look like at its highest level. Fast, emotional, and unapologetic. But for others, the concern is whether it's starting to take away from the flow of the game itself, and putting too much focus on the interaction instead of the basketball.
Now Mabry talks some smack to Miller.
But I mean, this right here is how it got. This is why I got a little extra, because Marina didn't like that. Ooh, Marina, that's some money going to the crash out right there for sure.
And that's where the conversation really starts to get interesting. Because once emotions enter the game at this level, it becomes hard to control. Every possession feels more personal. Every reaction gets a little bigger. And every moment can shift the energy of the entire game. So now the focus turns to how the league handles it moving forward. If players are going to keep expressing themselves like this, then the question becomes whether the rules need to adjust with it. Do referees step in earlier and control the tone of the game, or do they allow that emotion to stay part of the competition? Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about trash talk or taunting. It's about how the modern game is being played, and whether the league wants to draw a harder line, or let the intensity grow naturally.
So at this point, the question isn't just about taunting anymore. It's about how far the league is willing to let this new level of emotion go before it starts affecting the identity of the game itself. Because every possession now feels like it carries more weight. Every reaction gets amplified. And every small moment between players turns into something fans are breaking down in real time. And maybe that's the reality of modern basketball. It's faster, louder, and more emotional than ever. But the real debate is whether that makes the game better, or whether it slowly starts to change what people loved about it in the first place. So where do you stand on it? Is this where the game is headed, or is it starting to go too far?
After review, the play is deemed a two-act play in which Asa Wilson takes contact with her right forearm into the face of Tiffany Hayes. Therefore, a technical foul is assessed to Asia Wilson.
Yep.
The personal foul on Tiffany Hayes stands. Anybody in the game at the time of the foul will shoot one free throw.